So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. This load right here just screams, hey DOT, pull me over. But I'm pretty sure, no, I'm gonna be confident. I am sure I am legal. I'm just under on weight. I've got everything secured pretty well, extremely well. I gotta load up a few more things in the truck and we're gonna hit the road. So if I didn't already tell you and you haven't already guessed, I am headed to the cabin in West Virginia. I'm getting a real late start. It's about 11:30 right now, and it's gonna be a real late night by the time I get home. I would like to have stayed down there tonight, but I got a crew coming in the morning to the house to help with that oak tree at the beginning of the road that heads out into the woods. And he kind of adjusted his schedule for me, so I want to make sure we get that taken care of tomorrow, because next week they're going to install the gate, and then I can start stoning that road after I put the culvert pipes in. But anyway, I'll report back from the cabin, and we got a whole bunch of stuff we got to do in a short period of time, but it should all work out. So I made it to the cabin. Pretty uneventful trip, which is good. But this morning, we sawed some more of this red pine. And this is one of the main reasons I came down here. We sawed a bunch last Saturday, and I need to get it on stickers. You don't want it sitting around too long. And I figure I might as well stack and sticker it on the patio behind the cabin. And like I said, this will be used for the interior walls. And I brought the tractor down with the land plane to fix up the driveway because it got torn up bad about a month ago. Yeah, about a month. They had some real bad flooding down here, and the water got out of the ditch, ran right down the driveway, washed it all out pretty bad, but we'll get that fixed up as well. I got on the trailer probably 85, I'm guessing. I had like 57, then we sawed a few more logs this morning, but about 85 of these 1x6s. They're actually 7/8 of an inch thick, 6 inches wide. And what I'm gonna do with these, by the way, I'm looking for a good drum sander. So if you know of, if you can recommend something, let me know in the comments, because what I'm thinking, let this stuff air dry for a month and a half or so, 2 months at the most, run it through a drum sander, and put it up on the walls. We'll use some kind of black vapor barrier behind it in case it shrinks a little bit more. But I think it'll look good. I was just going to hit it with like an orbital sander, but some of you mentioned a drum sander, so let me know if you can recommend a good one that's not like a couple $1,000. Maybe something for $1,000 or less would be best, but let me know in the comments if you can highly recommend one. So we got about 4 hours till it gets dark, so we better get busy. Lots of pine cones, pine needles. Brought a whole bunch of stickers and some more 4x4s. All right, I got all my lumber stacked and stickered. And as you can tell, I'm pretty particular when it comes to stacking and stickering lumber. I figure if you're going to go to all that trouble, you might as well see it through to the finish line and do a good job stacking and stickering. And if you don't, some of the stuff's going to get screwed up. The way I'm doing it here, everything's going to dry nice and flat, get plenty of airflow. Someday early next week, I think what I'll do, I'll take that deck over trailer right down to the sawmill, and we'll saw maybe another 75 or 100 more boards. And I was off on my count. There's only, I think, 65 boards right here. I thought I had more than that. I did have to set a couple off to the side. I'm not sure what happened, but a couple of them, the thickness on one end was a little bit thicker. And if you're to put something like that in a stack, it'll screw everything up. These are all exactly 7/8 of an inch thick on 1-inch stickers. And like I said, if I cut a bunch more, I can bring that pile up to about as high as I can reach. And that'll be quite a bit of lumber. I'll still need more than that. And by the way, that worked really well, bringing all that back here on the land plane. I started carrying it back here 2 at a time. They're 10 footers, well, 10 feet 6. And I'm like, it's a long way. And so I unloaded the tractor, put them on the land plane, and I was able to bring them right back. But anyway, right now I'm going to blow off all the debris off the driveway, and we'll get started fixing that. I can't get too carried away though, because I don't have a lot of fuel in the tractor. I remembered everything else, but I filled that tractor up before we tilled the big food plot out in the clearing, and we were out there for several hours, and I kind of forgot about it. But I think I got enough to, get the driveway back in shape. I think what I'll do first, I'm going to back the truck and trailer up and pull it over into the circle drive, and it's tight. I mean tight. When I made the circle drive, I had a much shorter truck than this one right here. And so between this and the deck over, it's all you can do to make it around there. But I think I can do it. I must have a system down, because that was a little easier than last time. But let me show you this driveway. What a mess we've got here. The one neighbor sent me some pictures the day, they had all the flooding, and that whole road, the main road out there, was just like a river coming down. And down at the bottom, about a quarter mile down the road, off the road in the pines down there, it's just filled with stone. From this road, I'm sure some of it's mine, but as you can tell, we had some serious erosion going on. And actually, luckily, some of it cut off the road right here. I got a pile of stone in there. That's going to stay for now. But there's a bunch down at the bottom, and I think I can round up enough to grade this up and just make it a little bit better. But boy, it was ripping down through here. Look at that. Like I said, first I'm going to blow everything off of it and we'll get started. So this is what I'm going to be using right here. That's that steel combi. I love it. I had a little pole saw with me. I have the blower attachment. I've got several attachments for it. But this actually moves more air than the dedicated handheld battery blower that I have. This does a good job. right, got the driveway all straightened up, and I'm telling you what, a land plane, a quality land plane, is the greatest attachment ever. It really is. They're so easy to use. I'm serious here, no joke. I don't care if you've got an 8th grade education or a 12th grade education, you can get good results with a land plane. See what I'm saying here? Look how nice that is. Now, for everyone that lives in the area down here, beware. Since I just finished that, we'll probably have a 100-year rainstorm within the next 10 days. But anyway, I'm all chained down, ready to go. I'm going to lock up the cabin. But before I leave, I'm going to take this camera. This is that new lens that I bought out in Yellowstone. It's a 200 to 600. But we're going to hike back in the woods and see, maybe we'll see some deer or something. It's going to be dark here pretty soon.